Well, they're the everyday purchases that feel harmless, but many underestimate just how much we're wasting each year.
Yeah, from subscription services you hardly ever use to meal kits that don't fit your schedule, our next guest is here to show us how a quick clean-up in the new year can save you some serious cash. And for more, Sally Tyndall, of course, CanStar's Data Insights Director, joins us live. Morning to you, Sal.
Morning.
Where do we even start?
Oh, okay. Well, you log into your banking app. That's where you start. I want you to log into your credit card and also your regular bank account. You download the list of transactions you've made in 2025, and if you're middle-aged like me, you hit print, but otherwise you use your computer and you go through line by line. Put a tick next to the things that you're going to keep. You put a cross over the things you're going to cut out and put a circle, star, whatever on things that you're going to cut back on.
Because a lot of the online banking platforms, they actually break it down for you, don't they? There's like automotive, there's entertainment, there's grocery shopping, so it sort of makes it easier for you.
It does, but I want you to go even granular so that you can really see where you're losing your cash. And then that's your to-do list, and you need to Marie Kondo the living daylights out of that list.
If that streaming service does not spark joy, get rid of it. What about streaming services? Because that's one that does creep up on you. You often join for a show and then a year later you find yourself still on there but you haven't watched anything.
Yeah, exactly. And some people can have up to 5. It's ridiculous. So say you've got Netflix and you've got KO, your partner's got BritBox and Apple TV, the kids have got Disney. That is $97 a month. $97. So if you cut back to just one, you get the kids watching free-to-air, there's lots of good things to watch there, and then you pick a season, a series that you really like, that you haven't seen, that your partner likes as well. Make sure that the whole season has dropped because you don't want to be spending money on one episode.
That's the key, isn't it? Because they keep you hanging on.
Take advantage of the 30-day trials and swap every time that you finish a series. That's a really good way to do it. Or if you want to just be wedded to one or two, you can consider paying annually. So something like BritBox will give you like 2 months free if you pay annually.
Or if you like war, you can start the series 12 years after it comes out, and then you're guaranteed to have it all out there. Stranger Things, Breaking Bad is right onto it.
I love it.
So what about gym memberships? A lot of people will be looking at them in the new year.
Yeah, exactly. So CanStar research shows that the average gym goer spends $77 a month on their gym memberships, but a decent chunk of them, I think it was about a quarter, say they're not getting enough value out of that gym membership. So go and do a tally of how often you go to the gym, work out your costs per visit, and then if your cost per visit is too high, it's probably going to be, either up your frequency at the gym or kiss it goodbye.
And go for a walk.
Our gyms can be a little bit sneaky sometimes if you're trying to get out of those contracts.
They can be impossible. Sometimes they make you go in to cancel.
Yeah.
So really, if you want to cancel, you make sure that you've got a foolproof plan to get out of it, but also an alternative. You still want to exercise, right? So Parkrun is a fantastic free one. Signing up to one of those free exercise apps that sends you annoying messages every time you haven't gone for a walk. Joining a soccer team or a netball team, or using the council equipment. You know those free gyms that are outside?
They're
These
always
are all
empty.
great options. They're always empty.
What about extended warranties on products?
Okay, well, extended warranties are often not worth the money because you're double insuring yourself, because you've got to remember that under Australian consumer law that you have a right for your goods or services to last a reasonable period of time. So if you're spending, what, $1,000, $1,500 on a fridge, you would expect that to last for a number of years, a lot longer than any extended warranty. So just know that you probably don't need that warranty. Don't fork out for it if you don't need it.
All right, finally, Sal, shopping. What should we be cutting out?
Okay, no one's going to like me for this list because I've got a long list. I'll go through it quickly. Pre-cut veggies. Get out a knife and a peeler. Cut your own. Name brand groceries. If you switch, our research shows if you switch 50% of your shop from name brands, expensive name brands, to cheaper brands, you could save over $2,000 a year for a family of 4 just by shopping not at eyeline but above or below eyeline, right? Skincare fads. Ignore them all. Stick to your regular skincare regime. Takeaway coffee. That daily takeaway coffee is, I know, $1,642 based on a $4.50 cup of coffee.
And that's cheap.
And that's cheap, exactly. Or anything that's going to end up being a jar of shame in your fridge. You know those jars that sit in your fridge?
It's like a real judgment segment. I think you've
very seen by Sal today.
Toys that are going to last 5 minutes. I'm guilty of that. We've got one sitting
What's a jar of judgment? What are you talking about? Like,
Jar of shame.
Jar of shame. You know, like a fancy sauce that you've bought
tahini.
at some
The
market
tahini always sits there. Yeah.
that you've used about that much of, and then it just sits there for the next, 364 days until you throw it out. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, utterly depressing. Thank you, Sal.
I think when Roy started the segment with, where do we start?
Where do we
Sal?
start?
I mean, it was really downhill or uphill from there,
It's all
depending on
good
your
advice.
perspective. Thank you, Sal.
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Happy New Year.